Someone knows how to sing. Which song do you know to sing?
Jesus loved me.
Yes. No. But the Bible tells me, say, little ones see wisdom. I am wicked. Yes, I know. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Which other song do you know? Pray every day. Pray every day. Pray every day. Read your Bible. Play every day if you want to grow. If you want to grow. If you want to grow, read your Bible, pray every day if you want to grow. Now that is good, I can hug you 1,000 of it. And I even hug these other small. They're all. Yeah. Oh, hi, my name is Douglas Angogo. I'm married to this beautiful girl. She's still a lady, Njambi Angogo. Though our firstborn says Angogo is only for us, she needs to be called Njambi Mushugia. And we're blessed with 2 kids. This is Kayla and Shama, who is somewhere playing. Yeah, she'll be joining us.
Hi everyone, my name is Njambi Angogo. As he's mentioned, we've been married for the past 6 years, and God has blessed us with 2 beautiful girls. And it's fun. Marriage is exciting. We love it.
I met this beautiful girl some 6 years ago, and yeah, she was playing hard to get. We met in church. She loves reading, and I took a book from her so that I can read that book. We used to practice in the same choir. We used to be worshiping in the same choir. So we didn't know each other once, but we had known each other for some times because we used to participate in the same praise and worship at Deliverance Church Umoja. So I developed some interest in her, of course. When you see a flower, you need to pluck it out before someone else take it. Yeah, so I decided to follow up. And she was very hard to get because after I go for practice, she'll just finish and move out faster. So before I get it, she's outside the compound. And I'll try to follow her, she'll not respond. But as a man, you don't give up. There we are.
Yeah. More or less the same. Maybe the story is true, but I remember, yes, we were in the same choir. And everyone, has an agenda as to why they go to certain places. So we were just, trying to sing. That is what I can say.
No, you were singing. You were trying.
Me, I was trying.
Yes.
I was trying to sing. I thought I had, a gift in singing. I used to sing a lot in the bathroom. And the way your friends tell you, hey, unaweza imba. So that is what I was doing. Then that's where we met. We were just, I can't even say that we were buddies, by the way. I think we'll just say hi because we are band members, and that's it. And then yeah, so the book issue came about. I love reading. If I see you with a book even in a matatu, we are friends forever, because I'll borrow the book. So I saw him with a certain book and I got interested, and so I told him, kindly help me with that book. And I went home with the book. But then again, men, they have their own agendas. So he's calling, I'm wondering, is it about the book or what is this about? And I was not really interested in dating at that time.
But you're interested in me.
Never!
You are.
Never.
Why did you take my book?
I had not even thought we would be buddies or we would ever get married.
Yes.
It's not someone I had even pictured for us to maybe sometime, get married to. So what happened is that he kept on insisting about the book, and
no,
then
I wanted to pick out my book, but she could not allow me to go and pick the book from her place. Because my main aim was I get the book, but she does not drop it to me. So
but why do you want to come to my place?
I'll call her, not at your place, at your office. So I'll call her and ask for the book, and she's like, let me bring it to you. And then after some time, she puts off her phone. But I thank God because I didn't give up. I had to follow up, and eventually we went for the last praise and worship in church. And then after the service, as a man need to be bold, I told her, you know what? I told God in my heart that this lady today I'll tell her the truth.
You started
So
telling
when
the
she was
truth.
leaving the pulpit,
Did you say
after
the
leaving the
truth?
pulpit, we were going to sit down. They told her, I want to marry you. And she was like, you're not serious, you're not even dating, and you want to marry me. I told her, yes, I want to marry you.
I think for me, he was ready for marriage and he was looking for a wife. On the other hand, for me, I was just a normal girl going about her business and then, you know, getting someone to disturb you. So it wasn't easy, I must say, because I was not coming from a very good place per se, because I was in a very difficult relationship before. So I thought, I'm not going to give another man the power to trample over me. So, but he kept on persisting. Hey, I remember actually, one day I thought, Uchali, amengangana sana.
Yeah,
So I called him. Yes, I used to stay with my brother. So one time I told him, just come for lunch. And then, hiyo siku nilikuwa nimeamua atajua mimi ni nani leo. So he came for lunch and I told him, by the way, this is where I'm coming from. I actually confessed about my past. This is where I'm coming from. These are my fears about marriage and about relationships. And really, I was not looking forward to even being one or getting married. But by the grace of God, through prayer, a lot of prayer, we did a lot of prayer, by the way. We decided we are moving on, and it's not kalongolongo, it's for the long haul. So at least the security of knowing where the relationship was going made it a bit easier for me.
Yeah, and I can propose here. I proposed to her.
Yay!
I gave her a challenge.
YouTube.
Yeah. In fact, I gave her a challenge. We did a prank onto her with my friends. We went to Diamond Plaza at Parklands, so we organized a meal there. Yeah, so
I had never been to Parklands.
Yeah, I had to make her feel like this man is a real man. So we went there. So guys came. So we said we're going for a business meeting to brainstorm how to do some business with some guys. So guys came and we were very many. So she didn't even have an idea. Then we talked to the people from the restaurant, and then they placed a ring, a nice ring, in an ice cream. So after we have eaten, and then when people are given ice cream, she's not a fan of cold things, but she had to take ice cream that day. So when she was given the ice cream, it was a bit cold, and the ring was inside. She said, this is so cold, I can't eat. So we had to start pestering, and she almost knew that there's something that is happening here. So we were like, no. So I went out, and then I left some food. And it was nice, just try to eat. So when she dipped the spoon the second time, then she was like, yeah, what is this? There's something like a metal inside here. So when she picked it, it was like a ring. Then from there, I just said, wait, this for you, will you marry me? She had no option. I was the best person for her.
Actually, I didn't have any option.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably because I was not dating or I was not into, other people. But for me, I think what I loved most about him was the confidence that he had. I had met men who are, yani ni kama hawajielewi, 50-50 hapa na pale. It's not like they are not sure. But for him, he was categorical that this is what I want and this is where I want us to go. It was, easy for me to follow through. So yeah, hey, the proposal was awesome. I said yes, and so we started planning for the wedding. We took a year.
We took a year. And what we did well is we had dates. So those who are planning to get married, don't just wake up in the morning, can you do this? We sat down, wrote all our dates, date for visiting the parents, for a show, and all those dates. So that when now you give the dates to your parents, they need to fix in, not that you fix in their dates. So it was easy for us to go on. Sorry for that. So we did that. Within a year, we had done all the visits. We had no money. We had some money, but not enough. We had people who came and helped us. Yeah, and we planned our wedding.
Yeah, so the wedding came and it was successful. We had a bit of challenges here and there with, family, of course, but we overcame. After the wedding, we did our wedding in November 2013. And before the wedding, I lost my job. I was working with a local NGO, and funding ended, so I lost my job. But he had a very good job, so we didn't have a problem with that. But then after 3 months after the wedding, that is March, he also lost his job.
Yeah. So.
And we thought, hii ni ya miezi mbili, miezi tatu hivi, you know, we'll get over it. We kept on applying for jobs here and there. We kept on calling people we knew.
Yeah, I had people I knew, the HRs, the managers.
Who could help us secure a job, but days, months, until it got to 365 days with no job. Goodness. Our marriage was being tested. I think that is what I can say. But the beauty of during courtship, we never had issues with money issues. You know, it wasn't an issue, the finances. So we actually coped. You know, we actually coped. Then we decided, let's be like you know, Moses. Moses aliulizwa na Mungu, what do you have in your hand? So we decided we have a jiko, we have tuko na sufuria, we have a flask. Why don't we sell tea?
So we opened a cake shop. We will be looking at the pictures. Hey, we came from far. So we opened a cake shop. We did it for 1 year. It was not working out. We decided go sell the cakes and eat all the cakes at the end of the day. And drink all the tea.
Where we had stationed our shop. Hey, anyway, that's why we need you know, a bit of learning on how to run businesses. So for us, we just saw a vacant shop. So we went and set shop there, not knowing that it was not the best location for the shop. And so we would buy cakes. We actually used to buy cakes in a bakery. Then tunaongeza shilingi kadhaa, kama ni 10, 15, 20 hivi. And then we were supposed to sell them off. We used to go with the cakes and eat them.
At times when you pass through such challenges, you need to work on your ego so that you don't have to maybe fear, because God wants to try out so that you can, whatever faith you put on what you're doing, then you can come and crown it. So I remember you used to go to church. You go to church with no money. Yeah, I remember it was hard for us. We don't have cash to go to church. Maybe the sadaka. But since my wife was pregnant with Shama, so we'll sit down and she'll be the one like, so we are only on 100 shillings and you can't split this 100 shillings into two. So what happens? So my wife goes and then it's like, you just sit down and go and pay the fare. So my wife will sit down and I go and pay the fare, but God used to provide for us amazingly. So maybe the ways that God provided for us, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. So what happened is that during that time, I think for us it was it's something that God was trying to teach us, that actually He is Jehovah Jireh, and He provides for His people. So our friends, some of our friends knew about what we were going through, and they would call us, are you at home on a Sunday? We'd be like, yeah, we are at home. We don't even have money to go anywhere. So after church, we just come home. And at the door, we'll just hear, you know, someone come up and they have shopping for like 5,000, 10,000, you know. We had even three couple friends of ours who really stood with us. Yeah. They used to shop for us. I think every month they would shop for us. And I remember we took photos. We used to keep them in a certain place. Actually, tulikuwa tunasiaga unga. Tukaacha kusiaga unga. So we are not, hata tusiagi unga, we are eating unga from the shop. And for us, and that's our baby is called Shama, because for us, God was with us. In the entire 365 days, God was with us.
Yeah, because I remember it was when we discovered we have a baby, there's a couple who told us that Mbona now I want a job and they also continue going on and conceiving. And it was like, well, how will they raise up that kid, and like how will they go through that? So it was not easy for us, but I remember there's a when you trust God, when you keep everything before God and allow God to work in your situations, and you don't depend on men, because all people who came to support us, we didn't even call them, we didn't even have their numbers, like, can you come and give us this? But God used to speak to them, and God used to just minister to people and tell them, you know what, these people need you. And God used to feed us. So there's a friend of ours who decided, like, we people, where do you go for clinics? Then we said, we have been going to the city. I said, no, you choose a place and then come.
Yeah.
So we chose a place. We used to go to Coptic, and this person used to sponsor everything. That is, sponsors all the fare, that is, take a cab, he sponsors all the medication there, and all the consultation fees. So it was God who was working. So God breathed in a dream the name to give our daughter, and then we said that we name our daughter Shama. And the name Shama God means God is present.
God is present.
Because in all those 365 days, we never begged for food.
By the
We
way,
never called someone that, hey man, kimeumana. And God supplied, our rent was being paid in advance.
there's actually, I think, one person who paid rent for close to either 8 months or 10 months. They paid rent for us. You know, actually the same person who used to pay the money for clinics,
Yeah.
They used to keep dates. So if I'm about to go for clinic, they would call like 5 days before I go for clinic, and they'll be like, hey, unaenda clinic. I'd be like, on Tuesday. He would send money. I used to spend like 3,000 every time I go for clinic. He would like send 7,000 for even food. Barikiwe, unajijua.
Yeah, so it was an amazing season, and we learned a lot from God, that God can provide. And the only thing that kept us is we had defended our relationship, and no one was like, you're not providing. And I remember when our baby came, we went to the hospital, and another person told us that, go and choose a hospital that you want, and give me the budget. We didn't call this person, we didn't even ask them, because we were like, now what will you do? So we went to an hospital, we gave the budget, and this person brought all the money for the delivery. So our baby was born, and Shama is a miracle to us, and we've seen God work through, because even her clothes, since she was young until 4 years, we have never bought her clothes apart from the uniforms that now we have to buy.
Only stockings and socks. That's, I think, what I have bought. But I remember a certain aunt of his would, you know, he's in the States, she's in the States, she would call and say, niko na mzigo. And, you know, we would think it's just karatasi. Hey, inakuja box, a big box, you know, of clothes, of sweaters, of everything. And it was really awesome. And you know, people would not put the pieces together. You don't have jobs, but then your baby is really smart. They don't even understand what is happening. But for us, it was God who provided the way and provided the means for us to be able to live 365 days without a job and without being thrown out of a house. So we give God all the glory.
Yeah, but we had a few challenges. One thing I'll tell men is, because I remember after our baby was born, I got a job. We didn't have a house help, but one thing I'll say is
we couldn't afford.
I couldn't afford, because still what I used to get from that job was just peanut. Yeah, of course we incurred some few debts, because at times we look like, now where will you get money? Then we feel like, let me borrow from somewhere. So we will start paying the debts, and I remember culture teaches us very wrongly that men are defined to provide alone. So I remember going beyond that, and she'll admit, I used to wash all our baby's clothes, and we used to say, no moja by you face the other balcony. Yeah? So mwanaume umeinama hapo nafua na mwanamke mwingine kana kuangalia boss, umekaliwa. Yeah.
Kaliwa chapati.
Yeah, wewe ulipikiwa kwanza. Uliwa mgani from Murang'a. We used to tell you these people are bad. Wewe umekaliwa. So I used to wash my baby's clothes, that is Shama, put them on the line, in the evening come and remove them. So I remember after I got the job, I decided to just be a man, and being a real man, that don't mean that you only provide, and you didn't marry a washing machine, or you didn't marry maybe a
punching bag,
or how do you call them, these people work in the hotels, a chef. So she has to do everything. She's there with a small baby. It's her first baby, so we don't know even how to interact with the baby. She's still adjusting to her senses that she's a mother. And yeah, I used to come from work, and I found that the way I left everything on the table, I'd put food and everything is there. There's some clothes on the around the next to the door. The kitchen is like, there were 1,000 people in the house. It's only one person, and I was like, yeah. So what happened? The baby didn't sleep. She slept and I slept. So like, what happened? So I just took over. I didn't blame her. I used to do everything in the house, and yeah, it was fun. It was fun for me. Yeah, but getting her was hard.
For me, I really appreciate that you were there. that you took the initiative to help. Yeah,
Be a house manager and a husband.
We are partners.
No, I was a house manager. And a husband at the same time.
But you're my husband.
And a father. 3 roles in one. Wanaume.
Yes. So actually,
that one makes you a real man.
Yeah, he used to work. I never used to go to work. So he used to go to work. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, he would wash the baby clothes. Then on Saturday, he would wash our clothes. And then...
And iron.
And iron the baby clothes. And that really didn't make him less of a man because he was helping. He actually helped me heal faster, come back to my normal self again very quickly. And it also helped our marriage because you can imagine if, you know, I am frustrated with the child, and I think that is why we are having a lot of postpartum depression, because you've been left there with the child, you have even no clue how to handle the baby, then you are supposed to, you know, have house chores, then you're supposed to be the wife, then you're supposed to even be a working mother. I think that's a lot of load to handle. So for me, I really appreciate Bae.
There's something that
you are the house manager.
Yeah, I was the house manager. I did all those roles. But I was not appreciated. I should be taken to somewhere just to rest alone, but no problem.
Those are your silent expectations that I don't
know. I spoke them out.
Yes. Nita follow up na hiyo story.
After God came through for us, we'll say that we still had to struggle because of our dating season and the things you discover when you get married. Because some people you have high expectations of maybe who you're going to marry, but you get in the house and you feel like it's not what I expected. Not because you're not doing the right thing, but I have an unspoken expectation. So when I come to the house, I expect that my mom used to wake up in the morning and cook tea and probably
I'm not a morning person.
Iron my husband's clothes and probably bring tea at the table. And it used not to be like that because my wife is not a morning person, so she'll not wake up early in the morning, even if you agree that we're meeting early. Yeah, so my challenge is time with her, man.
I think for me, I'm very good when it comes to late. I can call it late nights. I can actually even stay till 3 a.m. and not really mind. But waking up in the morning, 6, 5, oh goodness. And here is a husband who is expecting some tea and some mandazi and some... I think we did that for some time, the honeymoon stage. I think we did that. But then again, the reality dawned that I'm actually not really a morning person. But then we had to adjust, you know, some of the things that we were doing. With time, oh God, I am still working. I am still a work in progress. Ama? Did I improve?
you need to improve.
I'm really bad with time, and it's something that I am really trying to, especially in 2019. I am really trying to work on the time so that then someone is not waiting up on me and they're angry. You know, but then we used to go to church every Sunday.
Very hungry.
Yani tumekasirikiana, kisirani, because my husband woke up in the morning, he prepared the children, and I'm still preparing. I'm just alone, but I am preparing.
The eyebrows, it's the same hair, but we're working on it like it's someone's hair you've been given.
Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long. I've not gotten over it. It's still a problem with the time. But patience pays. The Bible, yeah, we as Christians know that you have to be patient.
Forgive 7 times 77.
So I've forgiven 7 times 77, but now I have to learn the patience.
Yeah, we fought. But thank God we didn't fight the physical fight. For us, I think what really helped us is that we had accountable partners. We had some of our friends were accountable partners, and we would talk to them. We would meet up and discuss, and then also we got to also seek advice from our best couple, Pastor Isaiah Oyuki. And he is such a man who has a lot of wisdom, and he really helped us through the drama stage. And we overcame. Tuliacha utoto.
Yeah, and people say after 5 years, if you have not left your marriage, then you are married.
Yeah.
And conflicts are not bad in marriage because conflicts are supposed to bring people together. And like you say, when you are passing through a hard rock, when two stones are being rubbed, what happens is you get a smoother one or you get a very sharper one. So yeah, we had those, we can say the rough edges, but every edge was rubbed over the other person, and we'll talk, we'll communicate. I'll not allow her to go to bed before we talk. Or when she goes to bed before we talk, I'll make sure that at night I'll wake her up and ask her, can we discuss this? Yeah, so I think what kept us is we started to have a communication between us, forgiving one another, and looking onto one another with the eyes of grace. And there's one song that kept us going, and we feel like, you know what, we need to just say that this song was the best for us.
Njambi.
Yes, so
Njambi
we have
song.
Njambi.
Yes.
So it says, how can you start it? Sitakufa moyo kwa maana yeye aliye ndani yangu haniongoza hataniacha.
That song,
yeah, it kept us grounded,
yeah, kept us in the word, kept us together. By the way, that one song.
And one by our friend, yeah? Alipo Bwana, alipo Bwana, alipo Bwana, yote yawezekana. Alipo Bwana, yote yawezekana.
Turudi choir.
Yeah, so we say that we are not yet where we are supposed to be, because God took us from the debts and the place of lack, but you're working on, because now we are paying back to those who blessed us. An advice to the couples, the newlywed: marriage works. Marriage is not about kuvumilia. Marriage is about kujivunia. Enjoy your marriage. Don't compare your marriage with someone else, but compare your marriage with what the Bible says, how God wants your marriage to be. Your marriage is not defined by the Hollywood, neither is it defined by your pastor's definition of a marriage. So just trust God, accept that you're married, and know that you are married. You are not single again. Yes.
I think for me, what I can say is what is written in God, Me and Sex. It's a book my husband has written.
We have a book called God, Me and Sex?
Yes. Yes, and he talks about the 3 C's, and one is choice. That even when you're going about your duties and when you're going about your life, you make a choice on the mate or the partner that you want to pick for marriage. It's your choice. There is no gun that is put on your head for you to choose that man or woman. So when you make the choice, make sure that you're committed. That's the second C. Be committed to the marriage. Be committed to your partner. Be committed to the vows that you take in church. And lastly, be content. You know, the Bible says that godliness bring contentment is great gain. So be content with your partner. We keep on growing each and every day. This is not the way I used to look, you know, back in the day.
She looks more beautiful.
Hey. Yes, but be content with your partner. You know, content is tosheka. Yes, tosheka. The reason I think we're having so many issues with today's marriage is because we keep on, you know, we are not content with our partners, who they are, their weaknesses, their strengths. Be content. So the 3 C's: make your choice, be committed, and be content. And for each and everyone, marriage is built. Those soap operas that people watch, those movies that people watch, they do not even give you the slightest glimpse of what real marriage is. Real marriage is work. It's like a garden. You have to till it. You have to put water. You have to put the seed. You have to put manure. It is like a construction site. You build it and you make the choice together. Not one person to build the marriage, but the both of you to put in the work, to put in the resource, to put in whatever it takes for that marriage to work.
Yes. And be one flesh. Yes. One flesh is not only in bed, but one flesh is in all areas, in finances, in decision making.
Yes.
In a marriage covenant, both of you are equal partners. So no one is a senior or no one is junior to the other one. So work together, accept God's gift, and pray. Prayer changes everything.
Yes.